The story begins in a small town in Afghanistan. As usual, people were going about their daily work when suddenly, airstrikes hit the area. Many innocent people were killed instantly. But that wasn't all. Russian army tanks soon rolled in. The soldiers inside began massacring villagers one by one. Some brave women, devastated by the destruction of their homes and families, stood up against the tanks, trying to stop them. But the merciless soldiers released poisonous gas, killing several women while others managed to escape. Once they thought everyone was dead, the soldiers set fire to all the houses and even poisoned the wells, making sure no one could drink the water. Who could be so cruel? And why? Even the soldiers themselves didn't know. They were simply following orders. During the search, they captured the village leader and questioned him about his fellow fighters, the ones who often ambushed Russian soldiers. The leader proudly said that his people were everywhere and that no matter how hard they tried, Russia would never conquer their land. Enraged, the captain ordered his tank driver to crush the leader under the tank. The pilot hesitated, unable to bring himself to do it. The captain humiliated him in front of everyone, and finally the pilot followed the brutal order, running the tank over a living man. After destroying everything, the Russian team moved on to meet another convoy, but due to a radio miscommunication, a wrong direction, turn left instead of right, one tank got separated. From a nearby hill, Mustafa, a Taliban commander, noticed the lone tank. He immediately decided to attack it. Meanwhile, the villagers who had gone out for work earlier returned to find their town turned into a living hell. Bodies everywhere, people burned alive, others shot dead. Their grief quickly turned into rage. Just then, Mustafa and his men arrived. He told them about the isolated tank and suggested they join forces to take revenge. Though the villagers didn't fully trust him, the leader's wife spoke up, revealing that her husband had been crushed under a tank. The leader's brother, Taj, was chosen as the new leader. Furious at the sight of his brother's death, he swore vengeance, first on the lost tank and its cruel soldiers, and then on every invader in their land. Following the tank's tracks, Mustafa and his men began their pursuit. The tank, meanwhile, was lost in the burning desert canyons. Their map was partly burned, so they had no idea where they were. Soon, Mustafa's men ambushed them, but their aim was poor, so the tank remained mostly unharmed. During the chaos, Taj's uncle was injured. He refused to retreat, saying, "I am a Pathan. A Pathan never takes a bullet in the back." His bravery reignited everyone's spirit, but survival in the harsh Afghan mountains was nearly impossible. One man, dying of thirst, found a water source and drank eagerly, but the water was poisoned by the Russians. He died in agony as Mustafa watched helplessly. From a distance, the Russian captain saw this and ordered a tank shell to be fired, but it misfired and got stuck inside the barrel, risking an explosion. The crew panicked and ran out. When nothing happened, the captain sent the translator, Samad, and the pilot to remove the shell. The captain began to suspect Samad, who was Afghan by birth, of sabotage. The men removed the shell safely, but the captain secretly planted a grenade under it. Later, when a villager picked up the grenade, it exploded, killing him brutally. Even widows from the destroyed village joined Mustafa's group, burning for revenge. That night, Samad talked with the pilot about Afghan culture, especially the importance of honor. The pilot respected this deeply, but later, the captain shot Samad dead, accusing him of betrayal. The pilot, outraged, recorded this crime in his report, which led to another heated fight. The tank eventually ran out of fuel and battery power, forcing the men to continue on foot. The captain tied the pilot to a rock, placing a grenade under his head as punishment, and left him to die. Wolves approached, and when the pilot lifted his head in fear, the grenade rolled away and exploded, killing the wolves but sparing him. Soon after, the widows found him and began to beat him with stones, but Mustafa arrived in time to stop them. Realizing the pilot knew Afghan language and could help, they decided to keep him alive. That night, inside a cave, Mustafa asked the pilot to repair his RPG launcher, and to everyone's surprise, he succeeded. Taj was impressed. Now they could finally destroy the Russian tank. The pilot agreed to help. He too wanted revenge on the captain for all the cruelty. When the Russian tank's fuel ran out, a helicopter appeared, and the crew signaled for help. The pilot, desperate to escape, climbed aboard, but the captain ordered the chopper to return with fuel. Soon, the Russians refueled and moved again, unaware that Mustafa's men were following them. Eventually, the tank reached a dead-end canyon. Mustafa's group surrounded it, and the pilot fired an RPG, hitting the top of the tank. The explosion damaged it, but didn't kill the crew. Then a landslide triggered by another blast trapped the tank under rocks. Inside, the captain ordered his men to kill themselves with grenades, but one soldier stopped him. Outside, the pilot saw oil leaking from the tank. He threw a burning cloth at it, setting it ablaze. The trapped soldiers ran out begging for mercy. According to Afghan tradition, when someone surrenders and asks for mercy, they must be spared. So Mustafa's men reluctantly let them live. But the widows were furious. They wanted revenge. Just then, a Russian helicopter arrived. The pilot, tired of the bloodshed, grabbed the rescue rope and left. He didn't want to be part of this cruel war anymore. However, the leader's wife tracked down the captain at the same cursed turn where it had all begun. Unable to forgive her husband's killer, she stoned him to death with her own hands, finally finding peace. The two remaining soldiers escaped, and thus the story ends. If you liked the story, let us know in the comments.